Alright guys, today we're going to start Unit 10. 10-1 is about developing formulas with triangles and quadrilaterals. And we're also going to solve problems involving perimeters and areas of triangles and special quadrilaterals. Okay, a tangram is an ancient Chinese puzzle made from a square. The pieces can be rearranged to form many different shapes. The area of a figure made with all the pieces is the sum of the area of the pieces, kind of like a tessellation. So our first postulate, the area of a region is equal to the sum of the areas of its non-overlapping parts. Okay, if you can recall, when we have a rectangle, the area formula for a rectangle is base times height. So if we use the area addition postulate, you will see that a parallelogram with the same base and height will have the same area as a rectangle. So we cut this corner off here, and moved it right here. Okay, so then you have this parallelogram, the darker blue, with height and base, the same as the height and base of this rectangular, and their area will be the same. Alright, so the area of a parallelogram, base times height. So let's find the area of this first parallelogram. You always want to start with your formula, class. So area is base times height. Alright, well here's the parallelogram. And we have base that is given. Our base is 11 millimeters, but do we know what the height is? We do not. Alright, so the height is perpendicular to the base. So we're trying to find this measurement right here. Well, definition of a parallelogram, the parallel sides are congruent. So this side right here is also 34 millimeters. So what we can do is we can use Pythagorean theorem and take your hypotenuse and square it and minus one of the legs to find the second leg. So when you do this, you're going to get x equals 16. And that's millimeters. Okay? So our height is 16 millimeters. So now we can substitute in. Our base is 11. Our height is 16. Therefore, the area of this parallelogram is 176 squared millimeters. Okay, find the height of a rectangle in which the base is 3 inches and the area is given here. Okay, so we have base times height. Our area is 6x squared plus 24x minus 6. And our base is 3. We are trying to find the height. So we need to isolate our variable h by doing the inverse of multiplication, which is divide. So we have to divide each term here by 3. So you're going to have 2x squared plus 8x minus 2 equals h. So our height, this represents a number, so I'm going to keep it inside parentheses, and our units are inches. Okay, find the base of a parallelogram in which the height is 56 and the area is 28. Again, formula is base times height. Substitute in what you know. So we need to isolate the variable b by dividing by 56. Therefore, b is going to be 28 divided by 56. which is going to give you 1/2 yard. Okay, now we need to find the perimeter of a rectangle in which the area is given and the height is given. Okay, so perimeter formula is where you take 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. All right, this could be the height and the base instead of length and width, and the height is given. So we have 2 times 21 plus 2 times, we don't know what that second measurement is. So we need to try to manipulate the area formula and see if we can find it. So the area formula of a rectangle is base times height. Substitute in for your area. So we can find out what base is by isolating the variable b, divide 21. So you got to take each term and divide by 21. And when you do that, you get 3.8 x squared minus 2 equals b. So now I can substitute this in for my base. And then we need to simplify here. So I have 42 plus 8 times 2, I believe that is 7.6 x squared minus 4. Okay, and we can simplify like terms. I'm going to go ahead and put my 7.6 x squared first. 42 minus 4 gives me a positive 38. And this is my perimeter. This represents a number, so I want to put it in parentheses. And when we're dealing with perimeter, we have units centimeters. Okay, now we're going to be dealing with triangles and trapezoids. Area formula for a triangle is half of your base times your height. And for a trapezoid, you're used to seeing half of your height multiplied by the sum of your 2 bases. Or you can do it the sum of your 2 bases, order of operations. You add first, multiply by your height, and then divide by 2. Okay, so find the area of a trapezoid. So area equals base 1, base subscribed 2, times the height, all divided by 2. So let's substitute in. Area equals 8 plus 5 times 6.2, all divided by 2. Therefore, my area should be 40.3 area, so it's square inches. Okay, we have a trapezoid, and we've got the area, and we're trying to find one of the bases. Okay, so let's write our formula. Base subscribe 1 plus base subscribe 2 times your height, all divided by 2. Area is given, and one of my bases and my height. Okay, so I'm going to cancel out that 2 by multiplying both sides by 2. So I have 462 equals 23 plus b subscribed 2 times 11. Then I'm going to divide by 11. Or if you want to, you can use distributive property. I think it's easier to divide by 11. So So I get 42 equals 23 plus b subscribe 2. And then I minus 23 from both sides to isolate that b subscribe 2. Therefore, our second base is going to give us a measurement of 19 millimeters. Okay, so we have a triangle, and we are trying to find the base of that triangle. So formula of a triangle is 1/2 base times your height. Let's substitute in what we know. Okay, so I can get rid of the 5x, cancel out that 5x. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. X squared divided by x1 will give me x. And then to cancel out the 1/2, I multiply by its reciprocal. So I have 6x equals b. So my base is 6x. That represents a number, and we're talking about centimeters. All right, last one. I'm going to be quiet. Let you do this one on your own. That's it, guys.